What goes on, people? Welcome to the Den Night, and today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Kotobukiya Slifer the Sky Dragon statue. I'm not sure if I said that brand right. I have a lot of their stuff, but I've never actually heard it said out loud. So, Kotobukiya is what I'm going with. Anyway, take a quick look at the box. Very nice art on the box with Slifer and his attack pose here. And that's a representation of what the statue is going to look like once it's all set up. I imagine it's going to be in a few pieces, but this is also a pretty big box, so I'm not sure. We'll find out together. This side, obviously Slifer's the most prominent, but you can see the other ones. Obelisk the Tormentor and Winged Dragon of Ra, which I also have on the way. Or pre-ordered, I should say. Not sure when those are showing up, but this one's showing up this week actually was a surprise to me. So, can't wait to get this thing out of the box and see how big it is in person. Alright, so here we got Slifer out of the box. The only thing I will say is he was in this kind of blistery stuff, and everything was individually bagged. It was packaged very nice, but I was expecting the whole foam liner kind of thing, if you know what I mean, for high-end collectibles, which I usually tend to save those in case I have to cycle something out or if I would remove or something. But he didn't. But it's fine. Everything came nice. I will say all the pieces look very nice. The base is a little plain, I'll say that. But I think the actual piece, when it's together, you won't even notice the base. Two pieces that snap into the base, kind of transparent to help support him, because obviously he's not a big stable thing with legs like Obelisk would be. The body itself's in three pieces, of course. And actually, as I was taking it out, I didn't know there was articulation in the hands. Or if both sets, actually, which is a nice added feature. I thought everything would be pretty static. Good detail everywhere. I don't know if it's shown up on camera well, but even the red is shaded out too. It's not just a black and red. There's different shades of red in his scales, or his fins, spikes, I don't know what you'd call those. Even in the hands you notice it. It's a lot more detailed there. Even the claws, you can see different shading in the claws, so definitely good work in the paint department. It's not cheap. Not a cheap paint job like some action figures and stuff. Even the gem on top of his head has a semi kind of transparent kind of look. Looks nice. Just had to make sure. No, his other set of jaws does not open up, and this is not an articulated jaw, which is fine. I think I would want at least one open anyway. And then, of course, his wings, same kind of thing, red shading. Very beautiful in person. Hopefully it's showing up on camera the same. And, of course, it came with instructions. But it came with this thing, which I thought was supposed to go underneath the base as like a felt thing to protect your shelf. But it actually tells you in the instructions to cut it in half and use it to help you assemble it, because he has a lot of sharp edges. Thought that was kind of different, but I'm going to try and put him together as well as I can without needing two hands. I'm an idiot and cannot locate my tripod right now, so we're just going to try this with one hand, and of course if I have to go to two, then I will do cuts like always. And this base has one notch side that's slightly different. So it goes this way. that. I probably shouldn't be doing this on top of my turntable. Let's get rid of him. And does this have a direction? Yeah. One side is slightly shorter, so that goes in that way. And actually the main base, I just noticed, has that metal peg there, so that'll help with stability. Not sure which piece is the actual main part of his body. Is it the head part? I don't know. I don't see any peg hole in any of these pieces. So we're going to do a quick cut while I figure out what's happening here. Okay, so I didn't see it because it was in between the separation between the black and the red. I was expecting it to be on the bottom here, but just because of the way he's positioned, it's going to be like that. And I will have to cut every time I do a piece without a tripod, just because these pieces fit together very tight, and I'm going to need two hands, which is a good thing. That's always a good thing for these kind of things. So I will go to the tail end and the head end, cut back, and then I'll do the wings last. So I lied, I'm going to come back a second here. So I laughed at that little piece of felt they gave you, but they weren't kidding. These things are effing sharp, and especially because you're trying to fit the two pieces together like that. When you're on this side, obviously that hand is fine because you're going with the spikes, but when you're trying to push this tight piece together here and get it as flush as you can, these hurt. So I see that was no joke. I don't know why I would have thought it was, but yeah, they are sharp. So anyway, let's get the head part on. Okay, so I got the top portion on, and actually that one wasn't as bad. It was still a snug fit, but it slipped on a lot nicer than the middle to rear section. And I am noticing, like, I mean, the joints are a little loose, I'll say, but there's also not a lot of weight to this, the parts that actually move. And you can actually get some pretty good posability out of these arms, which you think is kind of weird, because you'd think something like Slifer would have like Tyrannosaurus arm, useless arm flexibility kind of stuff, but this is actually better than a lot of action figures I collect, to be honest, and for all purposes it's a statue and shouldn't even have flexibility like that, but I appreciate it. Good detail. And I'm also pretty sure the wings are, maybe not, thought they were magnetic. Yeah. Let me cut out and just make sure I put them on right. I don't want to break anything. Too many sharp edges. So there we got the wings on, and I gotta say, like, I feel like the real estate he takes up just doubled as soon as I put the wings on. I had those off and I was putting them together, and I thought, yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem as big as the description made it sound, but once you added those, I'm hoping he will still fit in the showcase, actually. I think he'll be fine. The depth is really more what I'm worried about than the height, but he also takes up a lot of room in a very limited showcase. And to be honest, I'm not like a die-hard Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I only watched the original anime. I really haven't watched much of the rest, but Egyptian Gods definitely stuck with me. And like I said, I have all of them coming, and if they make something for Exodia, just for the nostalgia, I'm probably getting that too, and I know that's gonna take up a ton of room too. But we'll see. We'll put it in the showcase and just see what it looks like. And I'm noticing now as I'm talking and playing with it, the head does have articulation too. Like I said, no jaw articulation in either, but you can get the head at whatever jaunty angle you want. Make it look the most intimidating. So we'll do a quick once around of it as fully assembled. I really like the gem, just has a little bit of a gleam, and of course I like all the coloring. I'm getting caught on the sheet in the background. I know it's more obvious on the arms and especially the wings with the coloring, but it is everywhere on the body. Not quite as much on the main part of the body as the rest, and it is on the, I don't know what you even call those, his head spikes. But very beautiful piece overall, and I definitely hope the other two gods, when they show up, are just as good as this. So, without further ado, let's get this guy, first piece of 3, into the showcase and make sure he even fits. Alright, so here we have him in the showcase. I did finally get just a few new shelves just to try it out. And he actually takes up a ton of room. And this is going to be really bad when I get the other two. And I also hope they aren't as deep, because I had to put him a little bit on an angle. He does not fit well at all. And actually the position his face is in is because of when I closed the case. It actually pushed his face in that direction. So it could not get any tighter with him in here. So I think Obelisk will be fine, but Winged Dragon of Ra concerns me. We'll see how that fits. I'm very happy with it. I like the statue. I just did not expect it to take up so much room. I mean, I know you see the measurements, but it's hard to put that in real terms until you have it in front of you. But for now, he's staying in here. We'll see how much real estate this takes up when you got all 3 of them in here. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. Share this video with someone you think might like it. Check out my other videos and keep collecting. Bye.